Chapter 2 has been out for 2 weeks, so I thought I would do a spoiler review of it. Without saying anything else, let's just get right into it. The one thing I want to talk about before this video starts is when I'm like in the middle of the movie, like the alarm went off in my theater and it like got evacuated, and it turns out like I think somebody just set off a fire alarm because like last time it happened, someone was like smoking in the bathroom and then set off an alarm. Um, this happened with Avengers Endgame, and it's weird because that movie was 3 hours long and this movie was about 3 hours long. Those were the only times that this kind of thing has like happened. So I don't know, next 3 hour movie, I'm just calling it. So I'll let you know. But that was kind of weird. It was just like very strange. But with that being, I just forgot to mention that in my normal review, so I wanted to talk about that. But let's get into the actual movie. So the opening scene in this movie is what I want to start out with. And it opens with the Losers Club, like the ending of the first movie, when they made that like pact to like come back if it's not dead. I thought that scene was great because like it really felt like, like there was more like I don't know what I'm saying. It really felt like we were picking off as soon as like the first one ended, even though it takes place 27 years later. Starting with the opening scene really made me more excited. I thought that was a really good choice because it's like it felt like 2 years have gone by. Okay, here we are. This is where we left off, and now it goes to the 27 years later, and goes to this hate crime. But I thought the way they like executed that scene was very like unique because like instead of like Pennywise killing like the bullies and everything, or like not the bullies, the people who commit the crime, he actually kills the innocent guy, which it's not that satisfying, but you really see like how evil Pennywise is. And that was kind of mixed for me. I didn't really know how I felt about that. you know you felt the suspense whenever Pennywise was on screen for the rest of the movie because you just see how vicious he is. And there's this one shot of him that's just like very like it was actually pretty scary, which was really the only scary part of the movie. Now let's talk about some of my favorite scares in the movie. The mirror house scene is probably one of my favorite scenes of the movie. Like when Bill's walking through the hallway, or whatever that thing is, like he's just walking through the hall of like that mirror house, and there's that scene where Bill's trying to kick down the glass, but he can't kick it down, and Pennywise is like constantly banging his head on the glass. I thought that scene was like had some great tension, and then Pennywise actually ends up eating the kid, and I was like, wow, I did not expect that to happen. But I don't even know why I wasn't expecting that to happen. I really should have. I guess it's because like Bill really wanted to redeem himself for letting Georgie die, so he wanted to go and save that kid, but he ended up failing. So I thought that was a very cool, and I don't know, I thought that was the most suspenseful scene in the movie. Now let's talk about Henry Bowers, the bully of the first movie. He's old and crazy now, so he adds a bit to the movie, but I really think he could have been like more important to the story. I really thought he could have had a bigger impact on the film because he was a big part of the first movie. But in this movie, he shows up, he stabs Eddie in the cheek, and then like he gets stabbed. Then he like gets stabbed again, and this time he dies. And like it was like, okay, that was a cool part with him in it, but it really didn't feel like it did that much for the story. So I thought his character was really underutilized. Yeah, so now I have to talk about this, definitely. Bill Hader's yippee-ki-yay line was gold. Like, I mean, like, that was probably my favorite line in the movie, or one of them. When Bill Hader like comes on screen with like a rock, and then he throws it and says yippee-ki-yay, but like Pennywise shows him the lights, and then he just like his acting in that scene and like the physical acting that he did in that scene was perfect. If you saw you probably saw the movie if you're watching a spoiler review. Now Eddie's death was like something that I was kind of seeing, like I kind of saw it coming, but like I didn't know because I heard that he died in the book. Well, I think he did. I don't know, I just heard that like somebody was talking about him dying like somewhere other than It Chapter 2, so I was like, I feel like Eddie's gonna die in this movie. So yeah, he does, and it's sad, and I really liked his character. His character in this movie was so like unique, and I loved his character in the first movie, and in this one they definitely casted him perfectly. But I felt like they could have done a little more with that, and I don't really know. It's just like I feel like they could have done like a bit more with that, and it was kind of weird. I don't know, but his death scene did have the emotion and everything, and Richie, like how he felt after Eddie dies, like just all the emotion thrown in there was like I thought it hit well, but like still. I thought they could have done a better job with just Eddie in general. And now this is a big problem I had with it. Now, I don't know what happens in the book. I didn't read the book. I just know like that in this movie, like the way Pennywise dies is just like it's like when they start screaming like things at him, like they start screaming like just calling him like all these bad things, and then he starts to go down. It kind of felt like that scene in that Dragon Ball Z movie where he's just screaming at the wall and the wall starts cracking. It's just I really like it. Reminded me of that, and I was like, that's kind of cheap. If it happened in the book, yeah, whatever. But like, I feel like there's stuff you could cut from the book and like make it different in the movie, and it just didn't look that great on screen. If they made a chapter 3 though, I would be their opening night. It's just I hope it's better than this. It Chapter 2 gets a B-. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Look forward to more videos very soon. I'm looking to do like more Rambo reviews leading to Rambo Last Blood. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy those, and I'll see you guys in the next video.